It's really interesting that you've worked at a time. I mean, I can certainly, from my career in journalism, the digital age, so to speak, changed it dramatically, obviously, and it's changed so many different sectors. And you've worked in quite a number of high-profile roles, including now at Codurance, but previously ThoughtWorks, the Chicago headquartered company, Vodafone, JD Williams. How, as a female coming through the technology ranks, did you find that experience? And also, how do you go about talking to young people wanting to enter the sector now? Now it's so much different and probably faster, and it seems that way anyway.
Yeah, it is. And that's the key thing there, Alex. It is a very different place. I think, to your point, what was it like coming in and then kind of working through the different roles and the different companies over the last almost 20 years? The world is a very different place now. I did come in, and for a very long time, I was used to always being the only kind of female on the team. And you almost kind of took it for granted that was the norm. I never questioned, I never, thought anything other of it. That was just kind of the weighting of the gender balance in tech, and that was how it was. But I had this career where it never impacted my career in any way. It was just, that's the world I found myself in. And yeah, it's interesting because even still, I mean, we're all still always learning, and my eyes have been open so very much around that whole diversity and inclusion piece that we all hear so much about now. And it's great because there are people that probably are starting their career like I did at the time, where they would question when you see those imbalances, and not just in the gender field, but there's so many areas my eyes have been opened up to around making that tech more inclusive place to be. And as a result, we're seeing those imbalances and those statistics change. And I love to look back and see what a kind of more inclusive place it is. And you just wouldn't hopefully come across those experiences and those kind of being, the gender imbalances that I definitely saw at those early stages in my career. Back in the early noughties, my eyes have been open to the different areas. It's not just gender, there's disabilities, there's neurodiversities, there's social mobility and people's educational routes in, there's religion, there's just so many. And it's great to see our eyes are being opened up. I've named just a few, but there's just so many different areas. And I'm still on this journey and learning about how we can open. I always speak about it though, take away some of the barriers there may be to any kind of one of those groups, so that we do see a more diverse place in tech. And to your point now, as part of the, what would you say to people coming in now? Well, it's a great place to be. It's such a thriving, tech is such a thriving place to be. It's not just here's the tech department on the side of a really kind of cool business. It's like tech is the business. Tech is at heart of what a lot of companies are doing nowadays. So you're not in a kind of uncool department to the side as it kind of might have been seen, definitely at my point in my career. I almost had a sense of pride a little bit because it was so unlike to be a woman in tech at that point in my career. I liked breaking the stereotype a little bit. People ask what you do, and you would visibly see, when you say you work in tech, and, I've worked on some amazing projects and worked with some amazing teams over my time, and you tell people what you do and people are taken aback. And I love the fact that I was breaking that stereotype down of what it is like to work in tech. And I think the progress has been massive on that. I think, like anything, we're all on a journey and you never get there. But it's great to see that those stereotypes are changing of what a person working in tech in any role is like. So what would I say to someone wanting to join? Just come and join the party. Like, there's a place for everyone. I think there's a role for everyone. I think something I've seen and reflected on over the last few years is the different variations of role that you can be in on a project delivery team. So whatever your kind of strengths are and what you want to bring into your day job, I'd say, you know, there's so many roles that there's a way to kind of utilize your strengths within the technology space. And there are so many routes into that are opening up. I know in the past year, the influx of people joining some of these coding camp cohorts to kind of be career changers or get their first foot on the ladder into tech. It's just great to see there are different avenues. You don't have to follow that traditional university route that I found myself in. And it's great to see there are other pathways opening up for people. I love to see that. I love to see more people finding that career path.